So good evening, everybody. So I have a class, one of the partners here, business partners, called Success Classes. So one of the things that we tell people is you can learn to be successful and live the life that you deserve. So if you don't have the information or the knowledge that you need, you can certainly learn how to do that. You can do it pretty inexpensively through a lot of our classes. So this is me. What I started doing is way back in 1993, started investing in single-family homes. Loved doing that, but also knew that there was something bigger and better. So I met a couple of people in the early 2000s that taught me how to do apartment investing, multifamily investing. Started doing that in 2004, 2005 full time. Over the course of that time, from 2004, 2005 until now, we've owned over 2,000 units. So we bought some, got rid of some, sold them. We now have about 250 active units. As part of this, going through all this process of buying multifamily properties, one of the things that we learned was that we didn't know what we didn't know. And there were a lot of things that we learned on the fly because the other classes that we had gone to didn't teach us a lot of this stuff. So me and my partner decided to put together a class, or actually several classes, on how to buy real estate and how to buy apartments, specifically multifamily. These are some of the different properties that we own all around the country and all around the world, as a matter of fact. So if you notice, a lot of these are apartments and single-family homes, but we also have some additional investments. We don't just do apartments anymore. We do all kinds of commercial cash flowing properties. So in the lower right-hand corner is one of the ones that I love. This is actually a hotel complex in the country of Belize. Matter of fact, we're going to be doing a property tour, actually a country tour, a discovery tour in Belize at the end of the month, April 27th to May 2nd. We're going to spend a couple days on the mainland looking at a couple different real estate projects and some agricultural investments. And then we're going to spend 2 days out on an island called Ambergris Key in the town of San Pedro looking at SWOR projects out there. So the buildings in the lower right-hand corner, that's actually a hotel called Mahogany Bay Resort that's part of the Hilton Curio collection. So me and my partners own 43 units out at Mahogany Bay. As a matter of fact, back in October, November, we raised $4 million from investors in order to buy an additional 34 units to add into the portfolio. That's how we ended up with 43. In the very middle of the screen, if you notice, that it looks like some greenhouses, which that's exactly what they are, but these are not your backyard greenhouses. These suckers are about a half an acre in size, and they're gigantic. And we bought one of these along with a hydroponic greenhouse and 11 orange grove lots down in the country of Paraguay for us and our investors. We raised $1.1 million in order to buy all those. And we're partnered up with a gentleman down in Paraguay that's actually running the entire operation. He has thousands and thousands of acres of orange groves. He's going to have 48 greenhouses to start with, and then he's got 20 hydroponic greenhouses coming in to grow strawberries, and he's going to add to that as he grows his particular business down in the country of Paraguay. So one of the things that I did is not only investing in properties, but I realized that there was a lot of stuff missing. So my partner and I, actually ex-partner, who's decided to go off and do other things, a guy named George Anton, which a lot of you have probably heard of. George and I started teaching classes way back in 2006. So we have thousands and thousands of students all across the country. So I don't just teach here in Denver. I actually go nationwide. As a matter of fact, this last Saturday I was in Philadelphia. The week before that I was in Fort Lauderdale, going back to Fort Lauderdale again on, Dan, are you going down to Florida?
I do.
So, okay.
I haven't been for a while.
You haven't been for a while. I thought for some reason you actually moved there. Oh, no, okay, all right. So I'll be in Fort Lauderdale next weekend after Easter in order to do some more classes. And so one of the things that we did, again, is we realized that there was a big niche out there where a lot of people were teaching classes, but it was all about come here and spend a lot of money, and then we'll teach you the real good stuff on the next class. Well, we don't do all that. We actually have some very good detailed classes. These are some of the different classes that we do. We started with a one-day class on apartment investing. So those of you that are interested in multifamily apartment investing, 5 units and up, we do a one-day class on that where we teach you advantages and disadvantages, the lingo, we've got software, we've got spreadsheets, we've got a full day of content that we can teach you on getting your legs underneath you and getting you started with your apartment and multifamily investing. One of the other things that we do too is instead of us bringing in our deals to show you, hey, look at this great deal that we found, what we want you to do is actually bring your live deals. So we recommend people bring their own live deals to the workshop so we can figure out if you found a great deal, and then we show you how to get it financed and work through it and get that deal, that particular deal done. We also have a 4-day boot camp that we do. So it actually rolls into 5 days of content. And I'm not going to go through all this stuff because there's other things that you need to do, and I know Roy needs to get up here in a second. But we do a 4-day in-depth boot camp. As a matter of fact, Jim's been to the class, Dan's been to the class, a bunch of other people in here have been to the class. I don't see David here tonight. Oh, David's on Zoom. Hey, David, what's up? Two-dimensional people. All right, so we go very in-depth over 4 days into a bunch of different topics, from finding or analyzing the markets and properties to doing a quick analysis to figure out whether or not you want to buy the property, 6 to 7 hours on offers, how to finance your deals, both creatively and traditionally. We also spend 4 to 5 hours on due diligence, because you need to, once you get the documentation from your sellers, you have to know what to do with it to make sure they're not trying to screw you over or lie to you. Another couple hours on negotiations. We take you all the way through the closing table. Another big thing that I tell people is you don't know what you don't know. Because I do these classes all over the country, and occasionally I'll have people that say something like, yeah, you know, I don't need to buy your program. I don't need to go take a class. Everything's online. I can go to this website, I can go to that website, and I tell people, it's like, you know what? There is a lot of great information out there online. But here's the big problem. If you don't know what you don't know, how do you know what question to ask in order to get the answer? That's a big problem that people don't understand. It's going to take you, and most people, it'll take them a lot longer to get where they need to go. So we've taken what I think is the best of the best over my 30 years of investing and buying properties and selling properties, and condensed that to 4 days so that you basically get 4 days of content crammed in to your brain over that 4-day period. And we actually do a double your money back guarantee on our 4-day class. So if you're not happy at the end of 4 days, we'll give you twice your money back. I've been doing this for 11 years, 12 years now with that double your money back guarantee. I've had one person take me up on it, and the only reason he did it had nothing to do with the class. It had to do with me picking on him because he kept falling asleep in class, so I kept picking on him to make him wake up. And apparently that pissed him off. But here's the topper. He took the money that I gave him back, because that's my guarantee, and he came back to another class. So pay for what you want. All right, we have additional 1- and 2-day classes. We have a 2-day class coming up on deal structuring. Due diligence. That's going to be in May, on May 21st and 22nd. I highly recommend that, especially a lot of people, if you're buying stuff, there's a lot of stuff that you probably don't realize you should be doing in your due diligence, even on single family homes. So this isn't just about apartments. This is about any type of due diligence on any type of property. My wife teaches a 2-day class on asset management. It's going to be coming up on August 20th and 21st. This is about you being the spoke of a wheel with all these different, or the hub of a wheel with all these different spokes coming off. So as the asset manager, you're not managing the property, you're managing the asset. You're managing the property manager, you're managing the attorneys, the CPAs, the bookkeepers, the investors, and it's a fantastic class that she teaches over 2 days to tell you how to basically stay organized and do what you need to do to run your deals profitably. My SEC attorney does a 1-day class on raising private money. So she teaches you everything you need to know to raise all the money you need and to raise it legally and the right way. We also have an additional 2-day class that we just did just this past weekend. As a matter of fact, Christian was just there. So how was the deal structure class?
It was really good.
Yeah, 2 days, 2-day class with software and everything you need to know about structuring deals. So if you're bringing in somebody else, or multiple people, like 3, 4, 5 people or more, like we've got deals like our deal in Belize on the hotel, we have 36 investors total. So if you need to understand how to bring in different people and also how to structure it so everybody gets the right piece and everybody's satisfied, that's an excellent class that you want to add to your repertoire when you're doing deals. If you're looking for a really unique learning experience, how many of you like floating around in the Caribbean drinking umbrella drinks? Excellent. So this is one of the classes that we do. It's actually on a catamaran floating around either the Caribbean. Matter of fact, we're going to be coming up doing one in Fiji. And this is a very rare photo for people to see me wearing shorts and a t-shirt. By the way, this is our classroom. So if you notice everybody on the back of the boat, this is our classroom. We actually turn this into a business trip. For those of you that are investors that want to write off something like this as a business trip, we can tell you how to get that done legally and ethically with the IRS. and you can enjoy a great lifestyle of education over a 7-day period floating around. And by the way, everything's taken care of. We have our own captain, our own cook who take care of all the food and everything. It's all included. We're doing Fiji in June of 2023 and Belize in November of 2023. So if you'd like any more information on any of our classes or this class, which is one of our classes, you can either see me here at the event, or you can go to successclasses.com, successclasses.com, go to the education tab. You can find out everything you want to know about us. And then lastly, one slide I forgot to put in here is the third Tuesday of every month, which will be a week from today. We actually have a monthly luncheon down in South Denver off of Arapahoe and I-25. And the topic is going to be due diligence. There's things that people miss on due diligence. So I have one of my coaches who's going to come in and do an hour presentation on due diligence and what you need to understand with due diligence so you don't make any mistakes and lose money because you missed an important detail on your deals. So if you want to learn more about that, let me know too. Again, it's going to be down off Arapahoe and I-25 next Tuesday, so a week from today. So any questions?
What time is it?
It's going to start at 11. It's going to run from 11 to 1.